Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video, we're talking about the newest SMITE 2 characters that have just been announced. One of them was leaked because she leaked into the first iteration of the SMITE 2 alpha, the Morrigan. I think it was like 4 games had the Morrigan in it, and then it's like, oh, the Morrigan's in the game. Woo! But she wasn't available for the second weekend. The second weekend added Hades and Soul. For the third weekend that is now being announced, she is now available, paired up with HECATE THANATOS. Not a too big of a surprise. They like having more mages than anything. Here it is announced. The SMITE 2 roster continues to grow. Those 3. It's no massive surprise. So just taking a look at the current roster, there are now 19 gods in the game with the addition of HECATE, the Morrigan, and THANATOS. 4 carries on her, Cern, Neith, and Soul. Jungle has 2 available. Adding THANATOS makes it 3. It was the lowest one, so it makes a like a good amount of sense that it is getting the most love with the mids, I guess. Solo had 4, which is a little surprising. Support had 3, and mid had 3. And I think this one and jungle, mid and jungle, were the 2 most surprising, being at the number that they were at. Because there's always been just a ton of mids. Mids have always been the most gods in the game. There's always been more mids than any other role. Sometimes even you add up 2 of the roles, it doesn't even equal the mid. It's kind of getting back to that, adding both HECATE and Morrigan adds it to 5. HECATE's an interesting character. She's a very, like, almost utility, but she's not utility based on healing and shielding. She's utility based on movement, which is very cool. She's just like a slightly team-oriented movement ability and then damage, which we've never seen from a mage before. So curious to see what her numbers look like on her 1-2. Her 3 is that incorporeal form where she like goes into a different dimension, and then her ult is the movable giant moving space. It is a good addition because we have a very high damage utility kind of, and then utility. So it's cool that they added these ones. Thanatos in the jungle makes a lot of sense. I think Thanatos is a very good character to add. It is a little weird to see him added before Thor or other big name junglers, but Thanatos is a very loved character, so it makes sense to have him added. And like I was saying about Alpha 2 weekend, they only added 2 characters. They added Hades and Soul. As far as the amount of people playing the game, the first weekend had 420 people playing. The second weekend only had 274. Now, it's not that big of a surprise. You're adding 2 characters that, again, really basic. Hades, Soul, not too unique. You already kind of know what they're going to be doing. No big changes to them. This next weekend, I think, is going to be a big point because 2 things. 1, they're now at 19 characters out of the, I think they said they wanted 40 by the end of July. So with just over a month left, they've got to add another 20 characters. The second part of that is a decrease of 150 people when you only had 420 people the first weekend is a little surprising. Part of the reason you buy the God Pack is to play SMITE 2 early. It is to play the alpha. I really enjoyed playing it. I've been trying to play it as much as I can. But if you're not getting the big general audience interested in the game, I think that is a little detrimental. Now, there is some bright spots to this. HECATE is a new character, so there is a reason to play beyond just playing old SMITE 2 characters. When you look at SMITE history, a lot of the time the games peak at 2 points on the Steam charts, and it's at Worlds, and then it's on a God release. So it'd be no surprise to me if it kicks back up to like 400. But if it decreased from this 274, I'd be a little worried. The other part, Stu has now added, this is Schism, has now added that the dev team is adding a lot more people. So through the beginning of 2023, they're sitting at 3-4 people. They've slowly had it started climbing. They paused it for a little bit, sitting at 60 for 4 months. And now they're getting back up to over 90. So with this, it should mean a slight increase in the number of gods that they're going to be able to add, which is what we want. But they said they wanted 5 new gods. HECATE is going to be one of them. I'm interested to see, 1, what are the new gods that they're choosing, like non-SMITE 1 gods. 2, are they going to be able to get this in time? Because that is kind of the big issue. You don't want to be over-promising and then under-delivering. That is not what you want to do on your brand new game. I'm excited to see what the increase is going to be from here on out, but this is a good thing to have more dev, so it means more output potential. Lastly, they added the SMITE 2 Alpha tournament. The first tournament, no surprise, won by Yarkor, Aurora, Paul, Panatom, and Solar Troll. Just an absolutely insanely good team. But there was actually like a pretty big turnout. 32 teams, no buys. So, I mean, 150 people, 160 people signed up out of the 420, which is a very big amount. Now, where are we going to go from here? Because they're doing another tournament now, the Alpha Weekend 3 tournament. So now, how big is the tournament going to be? The turnout going to be for this? How big is the turnout going to be for the actual game? These are going to be big, important questions that SMITE 2 is going to be having to answer. I'm excited to see. I hope you guys are also. Let me know down below, what is the next god you guys want to see in SMITE 2? There's a long list of gods that are confirmed. But who do you want to see next? Are you missing like a jungler or like a more passive support? Because personally, that's what I want. Give me a passive support. We have Ymir, who is more aggressive. Athena, more aggressive. Bacchus, more aggressive. Give me Khepri. Let me have the bug. Let me have... I mean, I was going to say Ganesh, but anything but Ganesh. Give me Geb. Give me something that's a little bit more backline in the support. That's what I want to see. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.